Hi guys, it's Adele here, and I have got a Project Life process video for you today using the Scrappery Riley kit, which is the October PLK kit. For this spread, I decided to use one of the Heidi Swap panorama page protectors, which I hadn't used before. And so here I am just sorting out my photos, where they should go. I usually go kind of chronologically, unless they look more visually appealing in a different way. This is a 2-page spread from my honeymoon that I recently had with my husband to Melbourne, and this is day 2. I took 1,200 photos. Yep, that's a lot of photos. So I think I'm going to fill up a whole album here. Right now, I really would love to add some ephemera to my Project Life spread. So I've just got a Chinatown brochure, and I'm just cutting out some of the information here and a map, which I've decided to, because I didn't have any vertical 4x6s in this, these page protectors, I decided to cut that map in half and stretch it over to a 3x4 and a 4x6, and I linked them by using the same backing paper, which was a 4x6 in the kit that I cut in half, which you'll see later on. So the left hand side has a more of a red and black kind of feel, whereas the right hand side, sorry, has more of a black and white with those hints of yellow and blue. I don't pre-plan my Project Life pages. I just wait, I print my photos. I usually print them with a bit of a thought, so if I want to use a design A, or if I want to go for more vertical 4x6s. So I kind of knew that I needed some horizontal 4x6s for this spread. So here I am just going through the beautiful 3x4 cards in the kit, and they just went perfectly with the colours, especially that tree on the right hand side. It just echoed the shape and the colour of the lanterns that were hanging in the street, so I knew it'd be perfect to use. One of the things that I love most about this kit is how many alphas you get. I am a big alpha person. I have, as my husband would say, too many of them, but nevertheless I keep collecting. And I really love the versatility that you had in this kit of the different sizes, colours, fonts. I thought that was a great inclusion to the kit. So quite often I find that because I take a lot of my photos on either my iPhone or my Samsung Galaxy camera, they are of a horizontal nature. So a lot of the time I do join 2 3x4s together on a 4x6 backing card, just to save the space, save using a different page protector, and give me a bit of flexibility as well. Oh, now here's a bit of a blooper. I am hopeless at cutting circles, I admit it. So here I am cutting my circle, and because it's uneven, it just gets smaller and smaller and smaller. I just needed something to give that little camera sticker from the Teresa Collins sticker set from the kit, just to give it a little bit of definition around the edge. And I'm just adding some foam adhesive to rise it up, give it a bit of depth. And you just saw then, I store most of my baker's twine on thick paddle pop sticks that I just got from $2 shop, and I keep them all in a jar, and I find it's really easy just to pull it out. And even when I go to crops, it's easy just to pull out colours that I want to use and just stick them in my bag. Oh, and the journaling appeared like magic. So I'm big on little embellishment clusters, and as you can see, that's the first of many for this layout. And here, my husband and I, we do like to take some silly photos sometimes. You've got to laugh at yourself. So I've backed these just on a Project Life 4x6 grid card, and I'm just using some of the stickers from that Teresa Collins sticker sheet, which is included in the kit, as well as these gorgeous little Studio Calico cameras. And I'm just applying that with some quick dry adhesive. I've pulled these Studio Calico word phrases from my stash. I rarely do a layout without including a couple of words from them. They are probably my favourite embellishment of all time. So I thought I'd just pop a couple of those in to tie in that pink camera and some of the colours there. And that's the first part of that page protector done. So now on the inside, I don't really have a rhyme or reason as to what card I start with. I usually start with one that I already have a plan for, or one that involves minimal embellishments, just to get me on track for the rest of the layout. For this one, I knew I wanted to add something to the bottom of that photo because it was a bit empty, and wouldn't you know it, the XO card that was in the kit just matched perfectly for the tram tracks that I had taken a photo of in Melbourne. Here I just pulled some vellum from my stash, and in the end I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of it, but I just felt like it needed something to soften up the sticker on sticker. Not a huge fan of the vellum there, but I think it just breaks up the strong edges of the stickers a little bit. I added the Scrappery exclusive flare and cut off a camera from the little Teresa Collins labels that you get in the kit, as well as added a couple of more stickers and the cork embellishment heart from the kit as well. The tram that we were catching was the 57, so I couldn't help add the number 57 just with some foam adhesive as well to make it jump up a little bit and make it even with that flare as well. Here are my trusty little word phrases, and that card is done. Oh, this turned out to be my favourite card out of the whole layout. It did start off as a bit of a disaster, but with a bit of trial and error, it did seem to work for me. I really liked these triangle stickers on the sheet, but I felt like they were a bit too big for this card, so I decided to chop them up a bit Frankenstein style and add a little bit of texture to that right hand side of the page. I am a busy scrapbooker. You don't see a lot of white open space on my spreads, and in the end I really like the effect that these had, just giving it a little bit of extra texture to that card, as well as the baker's twine that I've pulled from my stash here, and I'm just placing it behind one of those Teresa Collins stickers, and then using some of these basic grey mini alphas. And you get so many on that sheet, it's ridiculous. It's amazing. It really frustrates me when you get alpha sheets that only give you a couple of each letter, because you use them up usually I use them up in one or two layouts, and most of the E's and the A's and the S's and the T's are gone, and they just sit in my stash until I can think of another way to use them. If you've got any ideas for ways to use up old alphas and old thicker sets, Q's, Z's, all of those letters that we don't really use that much, please let me know. I'd love to find out. And I just added the date using one of my mini roller date stamps, and very carefully popped it in the page protector. So for this one, originally I was just going to add some simple journaling, but ended up adding a couple of embellishments as well as a gold geotag from my stash to make it a little bit more exciting, and also contrast it with that Love the Little Things in Life card from the PLK that I absolutely adore, because I wanted to leave that card quite plain, so the journaling with the little embellishments made it a little bit more exciting on that side. So here I am once again adding 2 3x4s to a 4x6, and that red and pink stripe one was actually a 4x6 from the kit, which I've cut in half and divided on the two pockets with the map in it. And so here I'm using some of the Daily Flash alphas. They're in a white cursive font, which I quite like. I don't have many cursive alphas, so these are really fun to work with. I wasn't quite sure what to do in the middle, whether to journal or add a sticker, or what to do. So played around with a couple of ideas, and finally I think I settled on one of those, with one of the silver Studio Calico triangles behind it. Now, I really love those silver triangles, and I wanted to add just a little touch of silver, not too much, but just a little touch. So I cut it shorter so that it would fit in that label box there. I'm getting out my trusty date stamps, and I love these because you don't have to worry about acrylic blocks. You don't have to worry about fussing around with millions of stamp sets and rifling through trying to find the perfect stamp. They're just little, they're simple, and they add a quick bit of embellishing to your cards. My goal for the rest of this year is to try and add more journaling in my Project Life spreads. I find that because I take so many photos, I'm a little bit slow on the journaling, I guess. And so that's what I'm really hoping to add, some more journaling, like I did just there, just a little sentence, just to remember the moments, remember the little things that happened. So for this card, like I said, it just matched perfectly with the shape of those lanterns in the photo next to it, and I decided just to add a simple sticker from the Teresa Collins sticker set with a little bit of the border, the map, which I thought was really appropriate for this Melbourne spread. Stapled it on, and that was it, done. Of course, the staples run out when you're filming, don't they? Always the way. I love these little stickers here because you can just add them to the top of a photo, and that's all you really need. So there is that side, done. And now we're up to the right hand side of the layout. Now for this one, there were only 2 spots for cards to fit in, so I didn't want to make them too busy. Once again, that train, it was like Nay and Kayla knew that I was going to do a train layout coming up, ESP. It was just perfect. I couldn't go past using it. So I've just stapled on one of those Teresa Collins I think they're tab stickers, on top of one of the silver triangles, just to add a bit of sparkle. Adding a couple of those Studio Calico word phrases from my stash, and my date stamp just in an arrow. I thought the arrows echoed the arrows on the edge of the train platform there, just in a messy way. I love doing double stamping, where you get the dark black impact and then just a hint ghost of the stamp behind it. That funny thing about that finger pointing hand sticker, that's been sitting on my desk for about 3 weeks. I keep putting it away and it keeps getting stuck to stuff and reappearing on the back of packets of things, so I thought that I should probably staple it down and get it in somewhere before it attaches itself to something else. That tin that I just looked through is just a label tin from my stash. I just wanted a nice big label just to write a little bit of journaling on. I could have written straight on the photo, but I thought it might be a bit too busy with the yellow stripe pattern underneath it, so I thought a label might be better. And those 2 bottom photos, I don't really want to add many embellishments to them, but this one I thought it was cute. It said be happy and answer, and so I just wrote yes with those little basic grey alphas, and showing the flexibility of things like these stickers. If they're not the shape you want, cut them, manipulate them, make them something that you wanted them to use. So I just made a little heart to echo the pattern of that Project Life card just up there from the kit, and just added a bit of a black outline with my precision pen just to give it a bit of definition. And here. I toyed around for a long time. Should I put the happy sticker on the silver? Should I add a camera? But in the end, just nice and simple, added it to the bottom of that card. And I think that's it. I look at it for a while. I always wonder if I should add more, but I think that's it. So here we've got some close-ups of the cards, just so you can have a better look at them. I don't know which side I like better, the left or the right. Usually I like one more than the other. And I have to say, because they're quite different, I can't choose. I really can't. I do love the panoramic page protector. I wish that you could just buy design A ones instead of buying the square page protectors as well, but yeah, we'll see how I go with including those. I think I will need to use more of them in this album. So thank you so much for watching, guys. This is my first process video for the Scrappery, and I'm very excited to be a member of their creative team, and I look forward to sharing lots more of my project life process videos and layouts with you in the future. So stay tuned for lots of embellishments, lots of fun, some silly selfies, and hopefully more journaling than I've got now. So I still have heaps of this Riley PLK kit left, which is really exciting. So stay tuned for some more videos using it. I've still got cards, alphas, stickers, embellishments, everything, which is really, really good in a kit. That's what I look for, a kit that can last me more than 1 week, especially since I do such busy layouts. It's really nice to have such a versatile and flexible kit. I just had a sneak peek of next month's PLK kit and whoop! Excited! Thanks so much for watching, guys. Check out the Scrappery and have a look at their beautiful kits and their shop as well, and see what you can add to your collection to inspire you to make your next layout. Thanks for watching. Bye!